is Paul with LSP Data, and on this video I wanted to basically share some of the experiences that some of my customers are having, and basically kind of boils down to what I have on the screen here. You're wasting time because you're chasing the wrong data, and I'll touch on specifically what I mean by this, right? So we all know that if you're a seasoned investor, right, and I don't mean to be disrespectful of a lot of people that watch videos on making a lot of money on wholesaling, etc. But I'm talking about if you've been in real estate for many years, you probably won't be spending so much time on certain platforms, let's say like PropStream and whatnot. You're not going to be pulling the same absentee owners like everyone else, etc., right? Or if you are using those platforms, you're using more of for an intentional purpose, right? Maybe using the MLS comps and other features, amazing features that they have, right? But seasoned investors know that if you want records, right? If you want specifically timely records, you're probably going to end up going straight to the county, right? Because that's where all the data happens, right? So regardless whether you use PropStream or other commercial software, ultimately all that data comes from the local counties, right? There's literally thousands of counties nationwide. And basically, again, seasoned investors and people that work with me that know exactly what they are looking for and that are closing deals consistently, they know what questions to ask, and they're willing to focus and sort of, pay for the time, right? So from my point of view, the way we're trying to help our customers is stop wasting time trying to put data together themselves. They know how to find the data, but they have limitations when it comes to the technology or the automation, etc., right? What they want to focus on is sending mailers, doing follow-ups, getting people on the phone, and start closing deals, right? They're not trying to figure out how to create their own platforms, etc., right? That's where we come in. So basically, we'll help you sort of identify work with you on specific counties or specific cities that you're interested in, and getting you consistent leads, right? So some of our customers, just wanted to kind of give you a bit of a comparison, and this is feedback that we gotten from multiple customers, that they are customers of other major vendors or softwares, right? So as far as the county records go, right, specifically the relevant records that they're looking for, in other platforms, they end up showing up after a month, right? And basically at that point, everyone has access to that, right? And again, the people that know, they'll just go directly to the county records and whatnot, right? Whereas for us, we can pull that information as soon as it gets published, right? Whether it's one day or a week, or depending on their customer needs. If you want us to pull them every day or once a week, we can work with you like that, right? And again, that's part of working with us. You're focusing on niche data, and you have this individual interpersonal support, right? That I don't know when was the last time you needed to reach support to any of those, or being able to jump on a Zoom call and kind of talk through the way I'm breaking this down, right? And again, one thing that we're doing with right now is we're working with customers to build them customized basically dashboards, right? So if for this proof of concept, we're working on something that shows you just vacancies, right? And the beauty of this is that because we have the data, I'm able to combine multiple services from our current offerings and just put them all into one, right? So even to the point where we can show you images. And for this use case, we're identifying vacant properties, right? This customer is interested in just vacant properties. As you can see, we can tailor this for you, whether you're doing, maybe you're focusing on single family or commercial and whatnot, right? So anyways, this is the level of information that we can provide you, and this could be the data can be refreshed on a daily, weekly basis, however you're doing your marketing, right? And again, we have all these other factors basically that you can or criterias that you can list stack yourself. And again, this would be for you as a customer, right? This is exclusive to you, and that's how we're able to help customers close on their deals. So for something like this, 2,500 a month, or we can work in specific rates for you, right? But once you close a deal, like, it really pays for itself, right? And that's the beauty of asking, working with customers, that they're able to give us this type of feedback that, hey, I was using other service providers, but after a month, everyone's, the property owner or whoever I'm trying to negotiate with, 10 other people have called them, right? Because everyone, again, is focusing on the same data. Everyone is listening to all these gurus on YouTube, unfortunately, right? And if it works out for you, great. If not, and if you have, if you want consistent deals, you're willing to invest, right? Because the level of return that you're gonna get. Work with us, right? We can work with you. Again, we can build you specific dashboards, right? And the beauty of this as well is, even for individuals that are doing manual work, right? We can take it a step further. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you're going to a specific county and you're finding, let's say, the foreclosures, right? Some counties will publish their foreclosures. Cool. You're able to see the sell date and the publish date, right? Which most of the folks that know how to work on these things, they'll go to, the foreclosure types, right? However, let's say this was published on the 12th. I'll give you a quick use case. So keep that in mind, right? The 12th is when the public sees this, right? So even the best folks that are scraping and doing these things, right? And again, this will probably show up in PropStream or other services a month later. So I'm talking about this gets published today. The techie people or whoever's doing their operations, right? Investors are working in one county. They know this information, right? They know it better than I do, right? And the beauty of this is that for our service, right? If we jump here, we can see that that particular foreclosure record was published on the 12th. But because we have other relevant data that it's been following to this particular event, because nothing happens right away, right? It's not like a property just goes into foreclosure, right? There's multiple things that take place, right? So in this case, an appointment of trustee or substitute trustee happens way before a property goes into foreclosure or auction, right? So this is a perfect example of that. Even though the public has access, on the 12th, our data set showed this since the 6th. So you still get a week plus ahead, if not more, at other times where you can still get this the information ahead. And anyways, just wanted to give you some use cases because we have a lot of data. And again, the advantage of working with us is that you will get consistent deals, but you will have to spend and invest, right? Because everyone's looking for something different, but I just wanted to give you sort of what I observed from past customers that sort of switch, that are looking for something different, right? And for us, again, we know the data, we curate our data ourselves, right? And if you watch most of my videos before, I'll tell you exactly where we're getting this data. There's nothing to hide, right? And again, I know a lot of, so I get individuals jumping on for consultations because they're trying to do, they have limited tech. They're a bit techie, right? They want to build some of their stuffs. So I act as a consultant as well to kind of help them out build their systems. But at the end of the day, what everyone's looking for is just closing deals, right? Getting that cash flow because they have employees, they have VAs. They want to continue just focusing on the marketing, right? Sending mailers out. And they're not wasting their time. So for me, that's my perfect customer, someone who knows exactly what they're looking for and they just focus on getting leads, right? Without wasting each other's times, right? What I don't want is someone who just watches these videos on YouTube or Reddit and they're trying to, make quick cash, right? But they don't know what they're looking for, right? And I don't mind helping, I don't mind advising you, but if you're not willing to spend cash, or if you're not willing to invest in your business, because a lot of times you're not treating it like a business. And that's the difference between the people that I see that are successful and those that aren't, is that you're not treating this as a business and you just watch a quick TikTok video, YouTube short that got you motivated to make $10,000 a month, right? But you don't have systems in place. There's no processes, right? So there's not a lot that I can do to help you. We can always obviously, sell you data, but I mean, I want to see, you succeed as well, because if I help you succeed, then, we also get paid. So again, we can work with you, create individual dashboards if you like, or provide you with a weekly, monthly bulk data if you're focusing on volume, right? But at the end of the day, again, it makes me really happy that we're able to get ahead of a lot of vendors, right? We're a tiny company, right, compared to all these big vendors. And again, they do a lot of bigger, better things than we do. But our bread and butter is that we're able to focus on the niche data, help you at an individual level. And obviously, we know our local markets, right, just like you do. And I'll leave it at that. But again, just let's work together. If you're willing to invest the time and money, we'll do the same for you. And yeah, thank you for watching.